Okay, let's get out of here. Hello, everybody. This is Doug Medhen, your host, aka Gobblecock. With me is Kevin Bradley, our other host, aka Captain K, and this is the Slab Lounge. First things first. Boom. Thanks to Kevin, he actually created the Slab Lounge on Spotify. He got us approved. Thanks for that, Captain. I always meant to do that. Also, I'm going to start linking your channel, Brit's channel, and the Slab Lounge Spotify in all of our Slab Lounge podcasts, because why not?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, right. That said, the Slab Lounge is brought to you by the Butterface Awards. Vote on which face looks most like a foot. And by, shit. What's a fucking another sponsor that I could, think of off the top of my head? Fuck! And... No, I already
we might only have one sponsor today.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's say that. We only have one sponsor today. Fuck it! Yeah. Okay, sorry about the, no podcast the other week, and I really should get on communicating that better, because I used to be on top of that, but with our hectic schedules, I basically can't do that. At the very least, the video tutorials, they started coming back, but we have to have an announcement. We'll probably alter this, and I will probably make an announcement on that, but we can't do the Slab Lounge week by week anymore, nor can we do the other the Fox Mind and the Mad Hen House week by week anymore, but that's mainly because we have, Captain K and I have started to work on original content. I would like to expand on that a little more, but, I'm not going to say, the premise and stuff, because, here's the deal. Captain K is working on his thing, his original bit. I'm working on my original bit as well. So I came to him and I was all like, hey, dude, let's co-create something, and, that way we can both have it, both take credit for what we make, and both be understandably more but we have to go the serious route, so that way we can be more, so that way we won't be just the comedy company, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that said, eventually we will get our hands on another animator, but that's mainly because not for reasons you're thinking. That person will just do still images, and we'll be doing kind of creepypasta readings on the lore and stuff like that. And yeah. That said, you know what I hate, Captain K?
What?
Fucking hate the rules. Oh, fuck the rules. Oh, fuck those damn rules. If you break the rules, then you're an asshole. You might be asking, what the fuck are you talking about, Doug? In every guy's life, there's a couple things you have to know. First of all, in every guy's life, there will always be a chick in the red dress at some point in your life. That's just a thing. That's a given. You can't get into that. But there are rules. There's an unknown set of it's not unknown. It's an unwritten set of rules that you have to follow. For instance, last week, was it last week or no, not last week. This past weekend, buddy of mine celebrated his big 3-5, right? And I was all like, yeah, let's do something for your birthday. So we go to the pub, having a couple drinks, and lo and behold, it's the tail end. He's trying to. There was this someone he saw, and thing is, that person was more into me. So I was all like, I have to adhere to the fucking bro code. Yeah, and it did not go well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. What was I gonna... Oh, yeah, I have to make images. You know what? I won't do the images yet. I'll just do the buffcast. I'll make a thing for that. And, yeah, it was just... I hate...
I mean, it holds for being a good friend, but it does suck sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes. Oh, but Doug, why don't you not follow the rules? Listen, you can't not follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, if you go against the rules, then you're an asshole. Do you understand what that means? If you fuck with another person's car, then you're a dick. If you're if you try to date a friend's ex, you're a dick. You don't do that. That's no.
Yeah.
The rules fucking suck, but they're there for a reason. I mean, like oh, Doug, what about like that whole brushing it off bit or Look, everyone complains about the rules. That's just a thing. What's the rules that you
know what they are? They're just shitty.
Yeah. What rules do you hate most?
That rule alone has been a burden before, but trying to think if there's one other particular one that I'm just like, I think that might be my main one, because I've not really had any other issues.
Really? You've never had any other issues with any rules before?
Not that I can remember of. But to be fair, my friend list is not always like exploding. Mm-hmm. So those moments don't really always occur to where it's like, oh, that's your ex, or that's this person, or no.
Huh.
So most of the time I've had free game to it, or it just worked out in a weird situation where it wasn't weird. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a thing, I guess. I can't believe that. No, because like some of the rules that I can't fucking stand are like, especially. I don't know if I should bring that up because if I start talking about it, because it's next. Don't go after neighbors. Do yourself don't go after neighbors. It's just. Oh God! Why did I? You see, people, I live under a strict set of rules. Some of these unwritten rules are as follows. You don't go after neighbors, you don't go after coworkers, that's just a thing. You're not supposed to do that. But I decided to break one of those rules, and now and because I fucked it up, because of course I did, the whole thing is awkward.
See, I've not had that issue, so I can't.
Well, you've never gone after it. Wait, have you gone after? No, you've never gone after a neighbor, have you?
No, most of my neighbors, we don't interact. They don't even know when I'm home half the time.
Oh, okay, fair enough. That's fine. I mean, like, oh wow, that's actually really okay. Well, actually, to be fair, get this. Adults are not making friends.
Yeah, that's very true. It's
like there's
usually when you're in an adult stage, you have your friends you already have. You're you pretty much set on people.
Well, what I mean by that is a recent study went out, and wait, I thought I pasted it. A recent study went out, right? And what? No, a recent study went out where some such nonsense where adults actually filled out like a survey or whatever, and as it turns out, what was it like? If you're between the ages of like 35 or whatever, 35 to like 39 or something, like you only have like. You can't name 10 good friends or something like that?
Yeah, I might not have 10. Like, I don't think I have a strong 10.
Yeah. I'm the same. Well, I mean, like, I have a tiered list of friends, so I think you know that. Like, I have like people I know, people I know but don't give a shit for. There are people that I know, they're acquaintances, friends, and it just goes on from there. Yeah. Like, I just have that tiered thing, and I have no idea what to call this other energy ball. I'll figure something out later. Anyway, well, yeah, it's fucking, I don't, well, no, okay, so, For the record, I have all of the energy blasts. Well, you've seen the stuff, like the 3 familiars, etc. I just don't know what to fucking call them. I'll just say energy or something like that. Copy this. I have to
just throw a name on it later.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not the end of the world that I don't have a name for it yet. Not that one. I have to use this anchor. But yeah, like I really don't like having. If we have too many friends, why would you want to have too many friends to begin with? You know, I mean, like, the fuck is up with that? Like, why would you want to have too many friends? You can be like, oh, Doug, you can never have too many friends. Yes, you can.
You very much can.
Whoever's
that is very possible.
Right? Jesus, why the fuck would you want to have that? What in God's name thinks? Why would you want to have that many friends? What will you do with having a parade of fucking friends? Will you really
but
tell me
some
that?
people, that's just how they gauge themselves. They're like, hey, if I have like 18 people that are willing to show up at any time that I call, regardless of if it's important or not, yeah. And it's like, no, I'd be irritated that you called me here and you didn't need me.
Right.
But that's...
Go ahead.
It's just what happened when you're. It's part of adulting because when you're a kid, when you're going to see people, you have a reason. So you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna go see them to have fun or to go to this party or this person is who I usually want to talk to. As an adult, you usually want time to yourself. So when someone's stealing that time from you, you're kind of like, why am I here? What do you need me for? This is not friendship. This is asking me to be here. Why? Like, it becomes that. Because I guess I'm the type of person that if you text me, mm-hmm. the initial way to start that whole conversation badly for me is if you reveal the reason you text me is because you're bored. Not because you didn't want, not because you wanted to talk to me. Not because you wanted to go over anything specific. Not because you thought of me. But because you're bored. Because that basically tells me you contacted me to entertain you. If you didn't give a shit about what I was doing, because you didn't ask about that. You're just like, hey, I'm bored.
Oh my god, I've been in relationships like that. Hey, Doug, what you thinking about? I'm just like, what? You're fucking... Really? What are you, 12, for God's sake? Come on.
Like, I can understand... And even to say that, I can understand that if you're doing an action of some sort that could trigger that. Like, you're watching a movie, and they see you watching it, and then suddenly they're like, hey, what are you thinking of? I can see that. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. But when it's just like, we're laying in bed and just slowly drifting to sleep. What'd you think about? Sleep. I was trying, but not anymore. So I don't know.
Oh my god. Fucking some of the things that. Oh my god. Like yeah, we were just laying together, and she's like, just like. Hey, so do you want to talk? I'm like, talk about what? I don't want to fucking talk. Well, I don't want to talk. I'm trying to fucking.
It's nothing against that, but I mean, the thing is, there's a chemistry for people when it's like that. If you wanted to talk in that situation, it would naturally happen. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have to. You'd have something to say because you'd feel like, hey, I need to say something. Let's talk. But when there's awkward silence, it's there for a reason. Right? And it may not be great, but the question becomes, do you want to try and do small talk? Because usually it's easier just to get out of the situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not even being an asshole in that situation, because it's the same when you're just in personal life stuff. If you're sitting in a line with someone, you usually don't want that person in front of you to turn around and start a conversation with you.
Yeah.
It's generally that is not the time. So you can't blame someone else at the same time when you're doing that to them. Mm-hmm. That's just a moment they don't really want to. Personally, one of the main basic male rules. You know, you're at the urinals. You don't really conversate.
Oh my god, I have seen people that will still talk at the fucking bar, and I'm like, really? And
it's I can at least understand if you're in two different stalls. Even then, it's weird, but you're not actually just like right there. But like at the urinal, you're right there.
Oh my
and
god.
I don't feel like that. That's appropriate if you're out in the woods peeing at a tree. Okay. If you're going to talk, I guess so, because it's already awkward. You're at the woods peeing at a tree.
Oh my god.
But,
it's so,
But bathroom, man, same thing with that whole, if you go to one urinal and the person comes straight to that urinal next to you, even though there's a series of them, you're like, why? Why do you need to be over here? What is your purpose?
What is your purpose?
Because it's like, I don't know. It's one of those unspoken things. Like, obviously, you would want space and privacy. Mm-hmm. So if you wouldn't want space and privacy, there's something you want. Like, why would you want to pee next to me? Why? You have to have a reason, because any normal person wants privacy. And will be like, let me be at the far other end so that you don't even have to remember I'm here. Mm-hmm. Why would you come directly next to me if there were options?
Right?
It's just, it's one of those, it's kind of the same thing as like you're sitting on a bus. There's a ton of empty seats. Someone comes and sits right next to you. Mm-hmm. Why? Why did you need to be here? There's a whole seat you could have. Why are you here?
Probably to piss you off. You know people are just there to piss you off. I mean, like...
Well, in my sense, it's usually that I've been told I have a very welcoming aura. And so people have this habit of just approaching me and then starting to disclose things that have nothing to do with me or that I will ever see them again. Ever. Just will never know anything else except the things that they have told me. And now I know. Oh. And then they go about their life.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was like, and then they go about their life. Because, I mean, basically, I have random life knowledge of different people that I've just encountered. And I don't even know some of their names, but I know what's going on in their life.
Oh, really?
Like, they just run up and be like, bruh, because they feel like they could talk to me. And I'm just like, I didn't even give an inkling for you to come talk to me, but okay.
I've had, I really hate that stupid, you have an approachable aura or you have good energy or something like that. I have dated women that so oh, I can tell you have a really good energy. Like, what the fuck do you mean? How do you even know that? Look, we just met at the fucking bar. How the hell do you know what my energy is, what my vibe is, for God's sake? Ugh.
To speak on that, just a little bit, I'll give partial that. There are some moments where you can catch the vibe of someone without having to be around them. But the thing is, generally when you're catching that vibe, it's a moment that the person is unaware. It's you. The other person doesn't even know, you're there, usually. It's the moment you'll catch that vibe because you'll get the essence of who they really are in just whatever they're doing. Because, even a person that you may see smiling all the time, running around, talking to people and everything, you'd still, eventually, being around them, you could probably catch a moment where you'd be like, they're not holding that smile naturally. They're just putting that up. Because there'd be a moment that you feel something different. Mm-hmm. So I get that. But in the sense of, the dating spectrum, no. That really only accounts when you're, trying to make sure they're not a mass murderer. And then even then, that's iffy. Vibes are kind of vibes and aura are kind of a tricky thing. Because I don't want to say that I just sense aura. Because I don't. I couldn't sit here and tell you colors and things like that. But I can feel the vibe of a person. If you left me in the room with a person I didn't know, I could figure out, whether I would want to interact with that person even without talking to them if you left me in there with them. I would get a feeling of if we would be able to talk or not. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, you're a good person. I'd just be like, I feel like we'd be cool. But that doesn't mean you're a good person. It just means I feel like we'd get along. You'd still be the worst person in the world. I don't approve of you, but we could get along. Like,
I don't approve of you. Oh God, like that's still like one of my favorite. Okay, so for those who are wondering what the hell, like, what's up with, well, Cloaker? No, wait, am I in the?
Oh,
no, I'm in the Switch Buff cast. I need to be here. Let me close out of that. For those, it's like one of Captain K's signature lines is just all like, "I approve." So, yeah, him saying like if you let me put it to you this way: if Captain K,
I summon you.
Shit. If Captain K said like if he disapproves, you know you fucked up. Like that's just a thing.
Well, I mean, because I don't usually feel like I judge anybody, but at a certain point, when you do something like just bad enough or weird enough, it's kind of like, look, there's no angle I can even look at that and be like, that's cool. Like, nah.
Amen to that, brother. Jesus. Oh man. God. Like that's fucking funny. Shit.
But I get you in that because unfortunately, through most of my dating life, my quote unquote aura also throws me into the eternal friend zone. Awkwardly, it does sometimes put me in the Mr. zone, but it's still the friend zone.
The Mr. Zone?
Well, because I'm a guy, so I'm not the mistress.
Oh, right. Sorry. Obviously, I'm being stupid. Oh my God, no. Today has just been the shittiest. First of all, like for me, I woke up too damn late, so I missed work. So I'm just like, shit. Of course, I fucking missed work. And then fuck. And then I'm still trying to get a hold of like this marketing company, and we were supposed to meet up. Not just last week. We were supposed to meet up. We were supposed to attempt to meet up again today. Dude still didn't call. So I'm just all like, And then there's other companies talking to me about like next week not next week, tomorrow to like talk about my needs and shit like that. It's so fucking hard to find an actual. And then my bank card got locked out. That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, my bank was all like, oh, we need you to call. So I go to the main branch. And I'm like, yeah, you locked me out. Like, oh, we can't help you. You have to call the main line. And it took me I was on the phone with them for like 45 minutes trying to get that shit unlocked, which I did, thank God. But today has just been the shittiest.
Why couldn't they just call them with you present? They're the main branch. She could just dial it and be like, he's right here.
I mean, like, as much as I want to...
I'm just saying, I'm only bringing that up because my bank has done that before. Like, a thing needs to go down, I could call that number, but I'm in front of her, so she just calls it. And just does it. So, your bank's being lazy. They could just call it.
Yeah, they are. They really fucking are. And this should be the summon.
Lightning Vortex!
Oh, no, it's
Lightning Vortex!
So, you're the summoner. No. Yeah. Shit. No, because I'm trying to figure out what... Because I have to go here. But anyway, yeah, my day has been fucked. Like, just straight fucked. And I gotta print this screen. And then, click new, control new. Then I have to create these thumbnails. I'll make the other thumbnails for the stuff, for the other casts later. Right now, I just need to do these three. Because they're the familiars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those three.
Yeah. Let's crop. Yeah, I'll crop this. And then, I'll switch this. I'll make it 64 by 64. Okay. But, I was like really tempted to just say, eat a dick. You know what? Let's end this on a high note, because I know we're approaching our time limit, I think. or were you running the clock at all?
No, we usually don't run a clock on Slab Lounge past an hour.
Yeah, that's true. And
But we still have decent amount of time because I don't think we're right at an hour.
well, no. Well, because I really want to adhere to that whole. Because one of the things I found out, first of all, like, and this actually goes to why one of the reasons why we're doing like the Slab Lounge every 2 weeks now. You start to run out of things to say like really quick, especially when we actually have like when it's just us two.
Yeah, I guess kind of helps.
Yeah, I guess does help. For the record, I did try to remember that music guy I was telling you about. Oh right, I gotta like show you his that person's music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He is like that person. Like he's gonna be on a call pretty soon because like he said he'd be available after 5 p.m. my time. So what I was thinking was like if he couldn't like if that person couldn't make it to the Slab Lounge now, I guess I could still like we could do like another thing with him like later or something like that or whenever we do another Slab Lounge, which will be the next 2 weeks. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So like the 2 weeks kind of gives us a break and like kind of so that way we don't run out of things as quick. The other bit is actually again with our hectic schedules of Doom and fucking save this copy. Shit. Documents. What the hell was I trying to say? God. Vargas. Shit. I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was trying to say.
Dealing with the 2 week gap.
Yeah, dealing with the 2 week gap. Us having to create the original content that I was like spewing out, and let's create a new. Because the original content that has to take like some form of priority, due to the fact that we really should start working on. Why am I doing that? I just crop the fucking Griffin, you idiot. Zoom. Yeah, we have to do. We basically. It's for like in order to keep the Slab Lounge relevant, we're doing that. Like let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Obviously, like one of the things I have to get good on would be what? Yeah, crop. Shit. Obviously, one of the things I have to get good on would be like multitasking because that's still a problem that I got. And I don't want to do stock footage because stock footage it's kind of a waste of time, or rather, I don't want to say it's a waste of time. I'd rather say it's something along the lines of it's more important that like the game development stuff still be a thing, and don't want, and I'd rather keep those people that are. Wait, you're the Griffin. What the fuck? Oh shit! I accidentally did the dragon. Okay. All right, I'll do the Griffin then. But anyway, like I would rather keep like the people updated as to like the game development stuff of Doom, because like I'm just attaching like the bells and like my version of the bells and whistles Griffin and JPEG. Nope, just save his copy. And yeah. So that said, we are running. I really do want to do that cutoff time at 30 to 45 minutes though. Like that should.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will end this on a high note, and that's this. Grimace has now evolved. At least let me tell you people this. Grimace has evolved beyond. Let me paint you the scenario. The other week, I had to take a week off of my 9 to 5 to teach for a class, to teach C++, and for Sally Ride's UCSD. So I did that. And when I came back, like some of my coworkers were just like, "Oh, we missed you, Doug," and I was like, "Yeah, I missed you guys. I missed all of you too." Blah blah blah. So the first thing we did, one of my coworkers was like, "I missed your Grimace. You should talk more on Grimace." So that's what I was doing. So I painted a new scenario, and it was just it's it's fucking great. For like I'll talk about the scenario first. So Grimace is at this wine tasting event where all the blue bloods, richest, capital elite, the elite of the elites or whatever. Yeah, this is it. And like the 1%ers, they're all wearing top hats and monocles. Familiar, yeah, I'll call casts. Are hanging out, right? They're all in top hats and monocles and shit, like I said. Grimace is among the crowd. One of the blue bloods is all like, "Oh, we have this fine wine. This wine was cultivated in our vineyard. Its aroma, its texture is alluring, and its aroma is intoxicating. So, what say you, Grimace? How do you feel about this fine Chianti?" Grimace takes a swig, spits it out in the bowl. He's like, "Eat a dick." But it's not that.
Oh,
See, like I said, it just evolved. Like, what I mean by that is, like, while they were laughing, one of them was all like, "Hey, what happens if you take Grimace and, like, put it in popular movies and shit, or songs?" I started dying when I put Grimace in songs. Because, like, think about The Lion King. In fact, I'll go through the Lion King's opening. It's a circle of dick.
Oh, dear God.
Rafiki's holding up a baby version of Grimace. Mufasa and, like, Simba's... What the fuck is Simba's mom called again? No, it's not Nala, is it?
No, but I don't remember who.
Yeah, me neither, right? It's weird. Anyway, so Mufasa and, like, whatever her name is, they're looking at each other, like, fucking curious. They're like, "Did we seriously give birth to this?" And all the animals are bowing while the music still got ongoing. It's like, "Through faith and dirt."
Dear God.
Oh, it gets better. Like I said, like, you can put this in movie quotes. Picture Lord of the Rings. Gandalf the Thug is on the bridge and he's like, "You shall not Thug."
I wouldn't know how to take that if you yell that at me. I don't.
What are you talking about? It's fucking great. I mean, like, it doesn't even have to be that. Picture, Terminator. "Come with me if you want the dick." Oh, Grimace. Oh my God, I love you, Grimace. I am making the solemn vow. If there is Circle of Life by Lion King at a karaoke bar, I am doing karaoke of Circle of Life Grimace remix. I will put dick in portions of Grimace. I have to do that. I just have to fucking do. I can't not do that.
Wow.
What? What? Don't give me that. Oh God, it's fucking Grimace. Oh, Grimace. Oh, Grimace. You and your beautiful purple fat bastard thing. Oh, Grimace. Oh, Grimace. You know it's amazing, Captain K. Okay. Last scenario, then I end the Slab Lounge. You know how all Hallmark movie channel rom-com bits, they're all the same, right? Like they like single female moves into a small yet ethnically diverse town for some reason. The guy she butted heads with is like the turns out to be the love of her life the whole time. Then like and you know, like through the power of Christmas, and then she finds out that the love of her life is right in front of her. And like for some goddamn reason, you know, all Hallmark Channel love movies always include some fat, angry black woman. They just have to throw her in there. She's either baked cookies or she's just... Either way, like, so picture this scenario. Picture this fucking scenario. Like, they're overlooking a balcony. Candlelit moonlight dinner thing. Full moon's on full display, and it's like, a lady looks to Grimace. She's all like, "Grimace, you're the one I loved all this time. You're the one I really wanted, right? And like the camera starts to zoom in on the two, and all of a sudden like you like listen to the to the tune of I wanna know what love is, and like Grimace, and like Grimace, Grimace, like before like they start making out, Grimace simply whispers,
Oh no!
"Oh yes."
I don't need that love.
Oh, I don't think anybody. Well, no, you know someone has a hard-on for Grimace. Someone somewhere has a hard-on for Grimace. The picture text you sent me that was like, I was just like, but I know someone somewhere. If I put that picture text, like if I put it out on my Facebook, which I might do, mind you, you know, someone, whoever likes that picture, is getting off on that fucking picture. And they're like, they're looking at Mayor McCheese like, you can run my wang all day, just, and they get all weird and shit. And like, meanwhile, like a Wendy's is getting robbed by the Hamburglar.
I need him to have better taste.
Whatever. Wendy's has some good burgers. Their pub burger, their pretzel pub burger is pretty badass.
I'll give some of their burgers credit, but still.
Okay. But, imagine, like... oh, wow, I just thought of this. Imagine, like, Hamburglar coming home, right? Ronald McDonald's all like, what's in the bag? He takes it, he looks at it, he finds a Whopper, he's like, a Whopper? You had Burger King? Ah! No! You're supposed to steal from McDonald's! Grimace! Grimace, help! Eat a dick! Grimace is reading like Newsweek. Eat a dick!
Dead.
Okay. That's that. Wow, we ran over a little bit, didn't we? That said, you take care, everybody. Thanks for watching Slab Lounge. Wow, brain fart. We'll see you again in 2 weeks, and yeah, later on.